Hello, my name is Dr. Matt Pennetti. I'm a neurostructural chiropractor here in Centennial, Colorado. We don't pop, we don't crack, we use gentle instruments to help us make corrections to your spine and nervous system. And today, I'm going to be talking about the 4 reasons why you keep waking up with back pain. One of the biggest reasons someone is going to feel back pain when they wake up in the morning is due to the surface that they're sleeping on or the pillow that they're using. Both of those pieces or items need to be firmer rather than softer. A firm mattress and a firm pillow allow for some bounce, where your muscles will stay active throughout the night and keep them gliding, versus a surface that is typically softer. That's going to cause muscles and tissues to adhere together. And throughout the night, if you're not moving very much, they'll just get tighter and tighter for morning time to come, where you're feeling stiff and almost like you need to move around a while before you start to break up those adhesions. That's because the surface you're sleeping on is too soft. So we're always going to recommend a firmer mattress rather than a softer one. The second issue people get into is the position they're actually sleeping on. So it's not just the surface, it's how you're sleeping on that surface as well. There's 3 main positions that someone will sleep on: stomach, back, and side. And the last 2 positions are the only 2 that we would recommend. Your stomach is always a bad place to find yourself in bed for multiple hours on end, because when you sleep on your stomach, you have to rotate your head one way or the other. Unless you sleep on something like a table we have in our office, or a massage table would be, where there's a cutout for your face, generally you have to turn. And when you turn, you have to lift your lower back up, you arch your lower back, and you keep that head and neck turned, which creates imbalance, not just in your lower back because of the arching, but also in your neck because of the rotation. None of those situations are great for long periods on end. The side sleeping or the back sleeping are always going to be better options. The side sleeping requires a little more understanding because there's other variables. Your back is usually the easiest. Your back, you just lay down on your back and try to keep your ears over your shoulders as much as possible, which means a thinner pillow. When you're on your side, you actually need the opposite. You need a thicker pillow, because you need to make up the difference between your ear and your shoulder. This distance here needs to be made up by your pillow. And also, you would be better served by putting a pillow in between your knees on your side so that your knees don't bend in, putting pressure and torque into your hips. Both of those things are necessary if you want to keep your sleep comfortable and feel good when you wake up in the morning. The third reason people get into trouble with their back and they wake up with pain and discomfort is due to their lifestyle. Whether it's sitting at your desk watching a video like this, or working for multiple hours a day, or sitting down with your screen in your lap looking down like this. All those positions create tension and restriction in your spine and tissues. Muscles start to tighten down and adhere when you're in a position for longer than, say, 20 or 30 minutes. And if you're doing that on average multiple hours a day, every day a week, it's going to create problems for you long term. If you're going to change anything, change how long you're sitting in one position and how long that time period is. Whether it's 5 minutes or 15 to 20 minutes, you really shouldn't be going much past that. Before you break the position, you get up and you move. Now that can come from a seated position or from a standing position. Standing isn't necessarily any better. It's still one position that you're in. The point is we need to be moving. So whether you're sitting or standing, ideally you're up and moving around. And then the 4th and last reason why someone may have back pain when they wake up in the morning is actually due to the structure of the spine. In our Neuro-Structural chiropractic office, one of the first things we look at is, do you have the proper curvature in the right spots? You should have a nice lordotic curve in your neck. You should have a kyphotic curve in your middle upper back. And then you should have another lordotic curve similar to the neck in your lower back. Those curves are shock absorbers. They're like springs that take gravity and your head that weighs about a bowling ball and distribute that weight evenly all the way down. Without the curves though, that weight and gravity starts to go right down on the spine, which was never designed to carry that load. And it can lead to a lot of problems. Things like arthritis, pain, discomfort, disc bulges, etc. Abnormal pressure can create a lot of abnormal things in the spine, which is going to long-term contribute to pain and discomfort and potentially to other things as well that you might not be thinking about. The last thing is you need every single one of these vertebrae in your spine moving in each plane of motion that they're designed to. They should bend to the side, they should flex forward and back, and they should rotate a little bit, each one of those joints. And if they're not doing that, they become restricted. Similar to your muscles that I talked about earlier, if the spine becomes restricted, whether it's in the neck, the middle back, or the lower back, then it's going to be harder for someone to move, which can contribute to some of the stiffness, achy pain that somebody might get when they get up out of bed. If the spine itself is stuck and restricted, whether you do a stretch or any kind of other movement, your spine is still going to be locked up and have a problem functioning. The way you fix this is you have to get specific input and motion back into those joints at whatever level is stuck and restricted. That's what we do in our office. Now, if you've never had your spine checked or analyzed for shifting or restrictions in it, I would strongly suggest you do that, especially if you find yourself waking up regularly with back pain or neck pain. The way you do that is you go below the video and click on the link to set up your complimentary consultation at Prime Chiropractic, and we'll see you in the office. Thanks for watching.